back to my channel, Cassie Soule. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Today I am talking about having some fun with my dressage horses. I usually try to lunge a couple times a week, do a little bit of long lining or ground driving, and add a little bit of jumping into all of my dressage horses' work. This week I wanted to work on the quality of canters. So I set kind of a gymnastic for the jump chute, and you'll notice that the jump chute is set up against the rail, and then I have yellow caution tape to keep the horses in the chute. I am always the one that runs them into the chute. I apologize for the camera thing, the puppy, you know. Where was I? I run them into the chute. I have a whip handler, and it's usually good to do it with 3 people, but generally I only have myself and my working student. So she had to handle the whip and video. And the reason I video each time the horses go through the jump chute is so that I can see how the horse is going, see if I need to adjust the distances, and just to see the general form of the horse, because it's a little hard to see from behind. Do you see what I have to deal with? Hi! Are you in the video this week? Cool. Alright, just give me 1 second. I'm going to take care of the puppy. Where? Will you go up on the bed and behave yourself? Ugh! Oh, dear Lord, 33 pounds. Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff that you can chew on. Oh, good. Show on your bottle. That's perfect. That's so perfect. I think I'm back. I think I'm centered. I'm doing the best I can here. I put all of the horses I have in training currently through the chute, just to show you guys the variety of horses that I have, and to show you that it's beneficial for every horse. And I did do some adjusting, and there's a couple of times where, well, there's one time where you'll see me bring a horse in and really correct her and stop her, and then bring her back in. I set some poles for that specific mare, kind of in a triangle shape in front of the last jump, just to get her to have something to look at to back her off. Generally, if I have a horse that's super forward to the fences and is rushing her distances, then I'll set barrels under them, put blankets over the jumps. The jump chute is generally used in inspections so that inspectors can score the horse's jumping ability without a rider on their back. So I've done a lot of the Hanoverian mare performance testing. It's fun for the horses to have variety in their training. It helps with their attitude. And like I said, this week I set the jump chute specifically to work on getting a little more bounce in the canters, helping the young horses a little bit with their balance. And I hope you enjoy it. Before I send horses through the jump chute, I warm them up a little bit, just lunging them. I just am patterned to always put a bridle on them when I send them through the jump chute. This is Justin. He has a bridle on. He has his boots on. I usually lunge them for about 10 minutes before I send them down the chute. You'll see my jump chute that I have set for the week. Again, just a series of cross rails set at 9 feet apart for certain horses. I did spread them for the bigger horses, and the younger horses I kind of played around with the distance. This is Justin. He is not a fan of the jump chute, likes to kind of take off into it. So I really just wanted him to kind of spring through it, kind of bounce off the earth. This is a 16-year-old dressage mare that has done a little bit of eventing. She also has a tendency to be a little quick, even when you're jumping her. Just pretty happy with her, kind of just bouncing through these. She would and did benefit from fences being a little bit higher. This is Sir Rex, the maniac. Usually hates to jump. Today was a little bit playful over them. And so you see I start him with poles on the ground and then just cross rails on one side. And then send him through over some fences. And then I'll put him back down for him just so he can bounce over some cross rails. Just gives him a little bit of fun. This is a 3-year-old canter gelding. Has been backed lightly. Just wanted him to have a little bit of fun. He's getting more and more confident as he gets stronger. Was bred on the mama side to be a jumper. This is a 10-year-old Andalusian gelding. Has a tendency to canter a little bit flat. So I thought I would just help his canter just a little bit by sending him through those. This is a 6-year-old warm blood cross mare who has a tendency to be super quick and wants to take off with me in hand and under saddle. So you see me doing a pretty strong correction there. And then I set those poles at a triangle to kind of get her to back off. This little 5-year-old Mustang mare, her first time through the jump chute. She thought it was hilarious. And then I tacked up Justin and did a little bit of jumping on my own, working more on me. He has a tendency to jump me out of the tack. He also has a tendency to take long spots. So we're both learning to be a little more patient with one another. And gymnastics are my favorite thing to do because they are super easy to work on your position in them. When you get started putting horses through the jump chute, I would recommend keeping your jumps smaller and then work your way up. And what I've discovered throughout the years is that horses that have jumped a lot under saddle aren't as confident when you send them through the jump chute as horses that haven't been jumped as much under saddle. And there's lots of different distances that you can set those gymnastics at and set your jump chute distances at. So I recommend just playing around with them and keeping them a little bit lower till you get a little more confident. The horses generally want to go through the jump chute. Sometimes it's a matter of really teaching them a pretty strong half halt. What I do is I pull the reins off the bridle and then I just take one rein and hook it through the bit side, the ring of the bit that's closest to me. And then I let go of the one end of the rein when I send them in. It's kind of a cool challenge for yourself to get the horse into. And I always put a placement pole, getting them to that placement pole so that they get a good distance to the first fence. And then they can adjust themselves from there. I have been doing the jump chute for many years and have learned tons of tricks. So if you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. Please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Have a great day.